Hello and welcome everybody from episode 1 of the series Journey to Oneself. If you chose to tag along this journey and watch, then thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends, family, co-workers, or whoever might find benefit within this work. So without further ado, let's get started. We spend our lives longing for belonging, trying to understand our roles as individuals and what we're doing in life. We may get lost among these thoughts, and that's okay because no one was born a genius with an extraordinary shortcut that'll save them the hassle of life. Because the journey is all about the hustle and bustle we face on our day-to-day lives. I often ask myself why I'm here and what would make me happy if I start doing it. I guess that we all get those bedtime thoughts, then we fall into the hole of overthinking, and before you know it, you just feel down and depressed because you start to think that you're useless. Well, let me tell you that nothing in this universe was ever created in vain. So here are my top tips and lessons that I've learned to figure out my purpose and know what I'm truly passionate about.
Tip number 1. Do many things. Key to finding your passion is trying out many different things. It's good to have a lot of interest in options than having none at all. So go ahead and create a list of all the things that you like the most, as you are the best person who knows yourself the most. What you like, what you don't like, and so on. So after creating the list, go ahead and pick the most 2 things that you like, or the top 2 things that you have already stated in the list as they are your favorite. And then get busy doing them. Once you have started trying out these 2 things that you have chosen from the list, then start writing down notes. Whether if you like them, did they turn out as what you might have thought them they would be like, did they meet your expectations, did they not meet your expectations? If they're not what you thought they might have been like, then scratch them off the list. They're a no-go. They do not excite you, they do not make you wake up every day wanting to do them. Scratch them off the list and move on to the next options until you have found what is really your passion and what you are most passionate about and happy to do. And remember, it's all about the process of trial and error as we have stated in the previous video.
Tip number 2. Always stay true to yourself. We often try to place limits on ourselves, on the things, whether if we can do them, whether if we cannot. After we have spent so much time, money, and effort on school and education, only to move into the working world, into jobs that we feel stuck, that we don't like them, with low pay, and even in places and cities that you don't want. Stop doing what you hate and start taking steps towards what you love, without worrying about your limitations like commitments, money, and so on. Well, for example, if you work a 9-hour job a day, then try to get up earlier or stay up later for maybe like a couple of hours and try to start taking steps in doing things that you actually care about, that you actually enjoy doing. You don't have to feel like you're confined to a box, and you shouldn't worry about the things that you don't like. You shouldn't worry about being defined by one thing. Step number 3. Focus on you. You won't find your passion by watching and comparing where you are in life to others, because each one of us has a unique story and each one of us has their own journey. So stop watching everyone else around you and start focusing on yourself. You also can't compare your beginning to someone else's halfway through down the road. All what you can do right now is just give yourself a pat on the back and keep pushing on and moving forward, because you're doing great by just trying to identify the issue. Step number 4. Let go of fear. Fear is the ultimate buzzkill. It can convince you to pass on some of the most amazing opportunities and chances just because you can see past your limitations. It can even hinder you from taking the first step. So to find your passion, big leaps of faith are often and always needed. Step number 5, be still. This one is one of my favorites of all time because giving yourself a moment of stillness to do nothing is just sometimes all what we need. Maybe to realize that what we are truly passionate about has been right in front of us all the time. We just needed to be still for a moment to notice it. Step number 6. Now everyone won't get you. Try to limit the amount of advice you solicit from other people who are not qualified to offer their advice on what you're doing with your life. Some people will just never get you or your visions, and that's totally okay. Just try to learn how to carefully choose who you share your ideas with and whom to seek advice from. At the end, I would like to say surround yourselves with people who can propel you further while you're busy working towards understanding your passions, your dreams, and figuring yourselves out. That was all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, stay safe until I see you next week. Love.